Bruh, the person who submitted this analysis submitted a casual game. Bruh, I think they submitted a casual. Game for Zach, casual of Mars 1234. I don't even know which name they said. Wait, I think they said it was Red Bullets. Whoa. Those are some camera settings there. Wait, the camera settings, let me check. See, make sure that their name was indeed Red Bullets. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So I'm not a fan that they submitted a casual game. If you're going to submit an analysis, definitely prefer you submit a ranked analysis, people, for future reference. For future reference, casual people do not play the same in casual as they will in ranked. But hey, they submitted what they submitted. I'm gonna give them what they submitted. So let's begin, shall we? Okay, right away, Champ 2. Don't expect you to have a speed flip down yet. It is something you could start working on though. Champ 2. Don't expect you to have a speed flip down by Champ 2. I am at least glad that you're diagonal flipping on the kickoff. So assuming you're just doing a diagonal flip kickoff, you're not trying to do a speed flip. We analyze this kickoff here. You're very side on your approach to the ball, right? You are about to flip into this and you are very far off to the left side of this ball, right? Pretty obvious to see that you are not in the center if we're talking about from the perspective of your net, right? Your net's over this way. You want to be covering the center of the ball on your kickoff, and you're all off on the left-hand side over here. So obviously, very easy to fix mistake, very obvious mistake, but you need to try to land more over on this side of the ball as you come up for your second flip into the ball. So just a little bit of a mistake there. It actually kind of did look like you were trying to do a speed flip, and that's probably why you messed up. I hope you have just regular diagonal flip kickoffs down if you're trying to do a speed flip. If not, master that first. Master just a regular diagonal flip kickoff. Make sure you're getting good solid contact on the ball in the center of the ball every time before you start trying to learn the speed flip. So one step at a time, diagonal flip first, and then you can work on your speed flip, because when you haven't mastered one thing and you try to jump to the next, where you haven't mastered the diagonal flip kickoff and you're trying to jump to the speed flip kickoff, this is the result. A completely misexecuted speed flip where you would have been better off just doing a diagonal flip kickoff. Okay, good coverage of the net there. Good low 50. Let's back it up one more time. Ideally, I want to see you use a little bit of boost to get underneath this ball before it hits the ground. I'm sure in hindsight, you wish you would have done that as well. Something to keep in mind though. Bam, on this bounce, try to get underneath the ball so that you're immediately picking it up for a dribble. Don't let it just roll on the ground in front of you, because then you're in this situation where you don't have the time or space to really reset up to re-get the ball in your hood or to put yourself in a threatening position. Because if you try to turn off to the side of the ball in one direction or the other to try to cut back into the ball to get it on top of your hood, by the time you've managed to do that, you're going to get challenged. So you don't want to do that. In this position, this is about as good as you can do, honestly. The key is to get into that dribbling position right away off the bounce off this backboard. Bam. Use a little boost. Yeah, plenty of it. Boost forward, get underneath the ball more so you catch it on your hood and you can immediately flick if you have to. All right. Anybody notice what I'm going to say here? Anybody notice anything there? I did. I noticed something. Make sure you're picking up your pads, right? You know you're going to push up for this ball. Maybe you don't path over this boost because it is slightly, maybe, arguably slightly out of the way to go for that pad. But you could realistically drive out this way and pick up this entire path of pads as you push up for the ball. If you don't want to pick up this pad, maybe you start your flip in this direction. You're at least picking up these two pads as you push up. And this perspective kind of makes it look a little bit more out of the way than it actually is. If once I play it through, pay attention to that path of pads off to your left. You really wouldn't lose any time pathing over those pads as you push up, and you'd maintain your higher boost amount as you push forward for the next challenge. See, you could drive out to the left just an extra second, start boosting upfield, flipping upfield at the same time while staying over that path of pads off to your left and just constantly staying at the same amount of boost, because while you're using boost, you're also recollecting boost. Well done, really well done there. I really like that you did not chase this all the way across the field. You have a teammate, and your goal here is just to lead him to your teammate, which you did perfectly. He's driving over this way. There's no point in you chasing him over here because you've got a teammate covering the opposite direction of the field, the opposite side of the field. So I really like that you chased him over in this direction, and then after he's out of your reach and you don't need to chase him anymore, you let your teammate come in, right? You rotate out, let your teammate have the next push. Really well done there. Good job grabbing a couple pads there. There you go. Now you're picking up your pads. Might have just been a fluke at first. I do like that you're picking up your pads now. Good job. Unfortunately, teammates rotating into the play. Those of you who watch my analysis or even just watch me play, you know I hate when people rotate into the play. This is exactly why, because now instead of being able to catch this for a dribble, take a possession play, if you do so, your teammate's going to be in your way. So you kind of instinctually realize that, okay, if I try to catch this, I'm probably going to get bumped by my teammate. So I have to hit it. There's nothing else I could really do. And that's a less than ideal play here, because this ball, your opponent is messing up, which is awesome. Good to see. But you had to give away possession for a couple seconds there. Oh, geez. This is a little ugly, this rotation here. You get this first pad, unfortunately missed this second pad. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it was. Not gonna lie. If I go back one more time. Yeah, it's actually not as bad as I thought it was, because this touch off to the right side of the field, this challenge that goes to the right, you really have like no time to react to. And so you're already driving off in this direction by the time you see that touch happens. So yeah, there's really nothing wrong with this play. Somewhat unfortunate on the timing of that. By the time you looked and saw that the challenge was going off to the right side of the field, you were already rotating back in the opposite direction. So you're really far away from the play right now. You're giving your opponents a lot of space. That's the issue. But it was somewhat of a unavoidable mistake. Let's see how you react to it though. Face planting into the post. Not the best way to react to the situation. Good recovery though. Teammates rotating into the play again. Are you partied up with this person? No, you're not. Recurring mistake I'm seeing from your teammates so far, rotating into the play. Ideally you drive up onto the back wall here. I think that's what you were trying to do. You just kind of hit that post a little bit. Ideally you're on the back wall here, and then you can either jump off the wall for this ball, take a soft touch or a hard touch, whatever looks best in the moment. If you take a hard touch, you want to take a hard touch because you can get it past your opponent, right? Let me take the fly perspective. If I'm you and I got up to this back wall, I see he loses control of the ball. My options are to follow this ball as it comes down the back wall and catch it on the ground and start dribbling out of your corner. Or if you can see your opponent from this angle, maybe your view looks something like this, you probably not want to make a hard touch, because any hard touch you make is not going to get past Royal. He's so far back that any hard touch, he's going to have a free touch back on your end, if that makes sense. If you go for a hard touch, there's no hard touch you make that you get this past Royal. So the hard touch is not the option here. If Royal was too far forward, then a hard touch could be an option. So I would either be following this ball down the back wall, maybe catching it on the back wall if it touches the back wall, and you can catch it on your car, bring it down for a dribble. Or just take a soft single jump off the wall, get a soft touch on the ball to start it moving in this direction. You land behind it, and then again, you're in a 1v1, 1v2 with Royal. Unable to do any of those because you hit the post, unfortunately. Nice, this is open. Good job. Good job. Yeah, it kind of looks like you're trying to speed flip. But these are not speed flips. They're close to speed flip. Are they speed flips? I don't think. It's so hard to tell sometimes. I don't think that was a speed flip. But hey, if you play on PC, which I'm pretty sure you do, download the speed flip. Just actually, you could download any speed flip training packs. Make sure you're able to do the speed flip tests in the custom training packs. There's actually the SSL goals September or October or something like that. That's on the featured page right now. Has a speed flip shot in it where you can only reach the ball if you speed flip. So it's like shot number 3 or something like that. There's also a lot of other different custom training packs. I'm sure you could do a Google search of a custom training pack or Musty's speed flip test training pack, anything like that. Make sure you're actually executing these speed flips, because I'm not quite sure that was a speed flip. I'm gonna go back one more time. Kind of got distracted talking about your speed flips. One more time. Okay, so Brent's making a touch. I like the patience there. It's all you can really do. Ah, you should have pushed that ball. No reason not to push for that. That was your ball, for sure. Do a really good job. Soft touch to the corner. Royal prioritizes the boost and doesn't go for the ball. I guess you assumed Royal was on the ball there. Again, a little unfortunate. What up, Schmitty? Don't mess up. Exactly. Again, another situation where it was like very, very minuscule amount of time to recognize what was going on. Right, in this position, you're expecting Royal to go up for the ball, so that's why you're turning off of it. I see now, I see now. Alright. Oh, good try. Would have loved to see you steal that boost. I'm in Elo Hell right now. It's painful. What's Elo Hell? What rank is that? Yeah, I would have loved to see you take just the extra quarter second, right? You're not really taking yourself any extra distance out of the play than you already are. And you've got plenty of time. Just grab that corner boost. Unlikely that it's gonna damage your opponent's rotations or boost amounts in any way, but it never hurts. You never know. You get 30 more boosts out of it. In this situation, 23, because you're already at 77. And you just never know. It could come back to bite your opponents in the butt if this maybe Brent really gets a touch going back the other way really fast and you lock him down on defense really quick. It just nothing to lose from it. Only really a possibility of gaining something from it here. Hey, what up, agent? How do you get your replay analysis? You gotta join the Discord, !Discord. And right now the free channel is closed because I was getting too many submissions. So right now only subscribers to the Twitch channel or our Patreon are able to submit replay analysis. There's a separate channel in the Discord called Replay Analysis for Subs. And if you're a Twitch or Patreon sub, you can submit there. How's it going, boys? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. All right, back in the midfield, well done. I would like to see you just position slightly more center here. Right, in this position, look where you're positioned here. What happens if your teammate goes for a pass midfield, like an infield pass, instead of just banging this to the backboard? You look like you're positioned to cover your teammate whiffing this ball, and that's about it. So I want to see you position a little bit more off in this direction, so that way if he makes the infield pass, you're actually ready for it and you're able to shoot it. Because with where you're at now, there's more chances of you missing an infield pass than actually hitting an infield pass. You can reach a certain, if it's a very maybe slow or lofty sort of pass to the midfield, yeah, you can reach it from where you're at. But you're not really perfectly ideally positioned right now for a pass that comes in field. And then you're still able to position for a backboard read as well. Hey Zach, what rank is this? I'm late to the stream. Sorry, no problem, man. Hey, this is Champ 2 Div 2. Get to Plat 44, but then 44, what? Div 4, Plat Div 4 that I did down and up. Yeah, Platinum's hard to crawl out of, man. You got it, though. You got it. All right. Ooh, almost slotted another one. Good try. Nice. Ooh. Ooh, good try, good try. Dang, that was a very weird interaction with the ball. I could hear, you're not gonna be able to hear this on the video, but I can hear, and you can kind of almost see as well that there's like one extra touch that your car actually gets, but it doesn't really impact the ball at all. If it did, this probably would have been a goal. Bam, the initial flick. Oh. Yeah, very close, very close. Good try. Dang, what a counterattack. Where's your teammate here? I want to see this from his POV. He hasn't been playing great this game. Flipping way too close to the play. That's the initial issue here. Ooh, this flip here. No reason for that flip as a challenge is coming out right now. A 50-50 is about to occur. He has no idea how it's about to go. So flipping super close to the play here. Real big mistake. And he's too far forward. Hears the person jump, but doesn't respect that they could hit the ball, doesn't start retreating. Yeah, just bad play by your teammate there, to be quite honest. Nice solo play. Okay. Maybe a little bit too much sauce on that one. Looks like you didn't expect to put that much sauce on it. Oh, nice. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, that definitely wasn't a speed flip. But it was good enough for Champ 2, I think. Good enough of a kickoff. I'm just saying, if you're actually thinking or trying to execute a speed flip, just letting you know, gotta work on those still. But if you're just trying to do regular diagonal flip kickoffs, I think you're doing good. Where's your teammate? Anybody got eyes on this boy's teammate? Let's go back. I just saw him for a second in midfield there. All right. Bam, he's there. Okay, all right. He really missed that ball. He's way out of the play. Okay. Still at this point, though, he's still not on his back. There he is. There he is. Okay. Rotated into the... Oh, my goodness. Let me see this again. Okay. Yeah. Teammate's not doing a great job here. Ideally, he turns his ball cam on, has a little bit better of a perspective on the field, sees that the play is developing, moving in this direction, so he does not want to rotate in that direction, because that's, what's the phrase, everybody? Rotating into the play. Seeing that the play's moving in this direction, he would want to be moving in this direction, rotating behind you, who's about to go in this direction, and again, there's that circular rotation, rotating behind your teammate, rotating to the back post. That we're always talking about here. Alright. So this is a goal that you didn't really have much control of, honestly. Teammate should have been behind you, would have been fine. Unfortunate. Bam, good demo. Nice, center for your teammate. Hey. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, I wish you didn't jump up for that at all, because your opponent's beating you, right? Like, this ball is close to you, but your opponent's up so early that he's bound to beat you. And also your last man here. Notice where your teammate's at. He's way common occurrence this game. He's been way upfield, leaving you back by yourself. So if you go up for this, and even if you don't get beat, if you get a 50-50 at best, this guy's closer to the ball to react to the 50 than your teammate is. So say the ball bounces upwards and back down towards your net, he's most likely going to have the next touch and a free shot. So really, as last man, don't want to be taking any risky challenges until your teammate's back to back you up or to follow up any challenge that you make. As last man, your goal is pretty much just to buy time for your teammate to get back, to get behind you, and then you challenge. Ooh. Now, if that was a flip, if that was a flick, probably a fine play here, but just a mechanical mis-execution there. Not a great touch, gets punished. Not much to say on that, except that you just messed up. Ooh. Really close again. If you actually get this shot off, it's a goal. Just if you just are slightly more to the right, hitting this with more of the front corner of your car instead of the side, the back corner of your car, you get the power for that to be a goal. Just a slight mistouch, unfortunately. You avoided about 30 pads on your way back here. The 50. Alright, grab one pad, two, okay, got two, but then one, two, oh, we got that one, okay. But you still messed up, you still missed about 4 pads. Alright, let's see, you get this one, you get this one. Which one you get next? No reason for you to even flip, honestly. Should have looked like this on your rotation back. You got these two pads, well done. And then either just come up this way and rotate up the midfield. Probably not the play, actually, with the ball there. Which let me back up one more time. Which pad did you get? I'm gonna follow you to where you start missing pads. All right, here. You should be grabbing this pad, driving, grabbing this pad, and then you're in the net. Then you're ready. So you missed 1, 2 pads. Not bad. And then you kind of drove right past this one as well. Could have got 3 extra pads. I mean, it's not the end of the world. You've been doing all right so far this game, picking up your pads. But it could always be better. Hello? Dude, my camera control. Jesus, I'm a star cameraman. Good open net finish. Nice job. Okay. The catch for the dribble. Ooh. Yeah, he's definitely challenging that. Small pads are OP, true. So good idea for the catch here, but you gotta see that you are dribbling this straight at him, and he's coming straight at you. He is closing that distance very quickly, and you are also giving him the opportunity to close that distance very quickly because, again, you're dribbling it straight at him. He's challenging straight at you. So you need to flick. You need to flick early here. You need to flick right away. It's very obvious watching this, and it should be obvious from your point of view that he's gonna challenge. Because by the time, if you don't flick right when you can here, there's no other option, no other window for you to do anything that gets this ball past him, and he knows that. He knows that. So bam, as soon as you don't flick that there, he knows he's got the challenge all day. Because by the time the ball is back within distance for you to strike it, it's too late. He's already got the distance covered. So bam, right here, you gotta jump up and flick that right there. The butt flick, the high butt flick right over him. So I guess to generalize that, instead of just pointing out the mistake, let me tell you how you could do better. Try not to take your dribbles. Try not to touch the ball towards your opponent. That's something, if you watch Flakes, he says very well, and he points out very well when he's playing. You don't want to take your first touch towards your opponent. You want to take your dribble, start your dribble away from your opponent. Create an angle on the first touch. So if this ball's coming down and you're actually able to set it up going in this direction slightly, then you're a lot more threatening. One, because as you have the ball here, as you're here and the ball's like in your vision, right? You know how the ball blocks your view sometimes and you can't see past it and you can't see what's going on behind the ball because, well, it's a ball. If your ball cam's on or off, doesn't matter, probably off since you're dribbling, you'll still be able to see this player driving up because look at this. You're not blocking your view of him with the ball. Whereas if you're dribbling this direction as you do, once that big ball is in your way and he drives up behind it, then bam, he's now invisible. You can't see him. So by starting that dribble on an angle and getting that first touch away from your opponent, you're giving yourself more time and more space. You're opening up more space, right? Instead of instantly moving this towards your opponent and closing the distance, you're giving yourself more space to dribble them, to set up something dangerous, and you're also not blocking, obstructing your view of him with the ball. So if you could have got this touch going sideways instead of straight in front of your car, would have been slightly better, and it would have possibly given you slightly more space to work with when dribbling here before he can just instantly close down this distance. Oh, baby, we take those. Hello. Okay, that definitely wasn't a speed flip. 100% sure on that one. Ooh. Okay, you're pushing a little too fast here. You gotta be a little bit more careful than you are being. All right, you're pushing very quickly upfield here. It's just a little too close to the play. I would like to see you at the back post right now. Just back post. Your teammate's in the corner with the ball. The opponent's coming in to challenge. If you're at the back post, there's not going to be any outcome of the challenge that you can't deal with, right? It comes this direction off the back wall, bam, you're there for it. Bounces off the back wall into the front of the net, bam, you're there for it. Big 50-50 bounces off the ceiling in front of the net, bam, you're there for it. The screen's getting pretty cluttered. And then the closer and closer that you accidentally push into this corner with your teammate, as a challenge is coming in, say you're at this point, as a 50-50 comes through, then bam, ball rolls in front of the net, it's behind you. Ball shoots out midfield, it's probably behind you. Pops up high, comes midfield, it's probably behind you. So since you're the last man here, you got to be careful with what you're doing. Got to make sure you're covering the net. Don't want to dive into the corner with your teammate, because then one challenge can get the ball past both of you. If your teammate was behind you, then yes, I would want you to push for this. But your teammate's in front of you. They're right there next to the ball. They got to either get out, get behind you before you can go, or they need to just go for this ball. They need to take over, take the initiative. Okay, good play, controlled. I like it, because there's no play you can make here, right? If you hit this ball hard, I mean, there's not really anything that's gonna come out of it. Your teammate's up for the ball. Use a ton of boost right there. You're not gonna expect your teammate to have much boost right now. So really going for the solo play there was a good idea, just not the best. Oh, not the best execution. And teammate is just flipping right at that ball. I don't know what's going through his mind here. Do you take another look from your teammate's point of view here? Okay. Oh yeah. It's just some weird rotations. Okay, one more thing I'm gonna point out real quick. You keep taking this path to the corner boost, where you're picking up this pad on your way, as if that's necessary or something. There's no reason that you need to pick up this pad here. I want to see you just turn and instantly flip towards the corner. I think this is actually slightly slower the way you're doing this. I think if this path you're taking here is actually going to be slightly slower than if you were to just turn and instantly flip for the corner boost. Right here, bam. You should be turned towards the corner boost right now and flipping. And bam, I think like right now you should actually probably be on the boost already. So cut out that little rotation towards this first pad that you're doing. There's no reason to do it, and I'm almost certain that it's slower than just turning and instantly flipping towards the boost. Open! Hey, way to slam that home. Good job. Okay, let's go back one more time. Alright. Okay, oof, the big fakes. Oh no, the big double fakes. The fake into the bigger fake. Okay. So here the goal should just be hit this to the wall, get it to roll up the wall. His teammate looks like one of yours, Schmitty. Yeah. Your goal should just be to flip into this and get it rolling up this wall. That way your flip also brings you in this direction. You veer off, grab the boost, and then turn up for the ball. That's your play here. In this situation, that's the play. If you do have the time, if you can, get behind this ball a little bit more off to this right-hand side and then hit it just directly back toward the corner so you're even closer when you veer off and the ball's right there for you. But at the very least, just get it going in this direction, veer off, grab that boost, and then go back onto the ball. No reason that you should have messed this up. It's as if you doubted, or it's as if you didn't really know that this was a play. Because if you know that this is the play, there's no reason, I don't see any reason where you mess this up. Bam. Okay, it's off the back wall. No need to go for it. Good job. It's a good first touch on your dribble. Almost cut it past the first guy. Good try. Good try. A little harder of a cut would have got it past this guy. You did have the potential to just get around this a little bit more aggressively. Bam! Really cut into it. Really cut into it, and you get this past this guy. It's just a little light, soft cut. Just doesn't do the job here. A hard cut though would have 100% got this past this guy. Gotta be a little bit more spicy, a little bit more aggressive with the cut here. Bam! Cut right into it. You get it past that guy for sure. It's okay though. It's okay. This is only Champ 2, but I do want to ideally see you going for this ball off of the bounce off of the back wall, right? Especially because he's also up for it. I want to see you meeting this ball as it's bouncing off the back wall here. So, bam, you should already be turned this direction and jumping up at this point in time and meeting the ball here. You should be meeting the ball here because I mean, Champ 2 really isn't even that early for people to be hitting this shot here. This is a scoreable shot, and this is a pretty decently highly scoreable shot by Champ 2. So you do need to try to contest this off of the wall here, or you're going to get scored on more often than not. OT? OT. I can hit it, that says a lot. Okay, completely whiffed the ball on that kickoff. Definitely got to work on your kickoffs a bit, man. Watch some tutorials. Watch some kickoff tutorials. Play some ones. All of the above. Work on that kickoff because your kickoff has been pretty below average this game, I'm not going to lie. Hey, but there we go. Good job. What leads to this? What leads to this? Let's see this. Chips the ball down to the ground. How often do I point that out as a play in that position? Chipping the ball down to the ground to yourself right there. Takes the low 50, seeing he can't really do anything else. Good job. And then your teammate's just there for once. Finishes it off. Good job. So overall, first biggest mistake, overarching mistake, work on your kickoff. It kind of looks like you're trying to do a speed flip, but you definitely don't have it down pat. And maybe regress, take a step back, one step backwards, so you can take 2 steps forward. Maybe stop trying to speed flip. Maybe just work on a diagonal flip kickoff for a little bit. Get that down pat, and then start doing speed flips. And really make sure you master them before you start implementing them. He was there when it counted, yeah. And other than that, honestly, not the best game to analyze because your teammate was the source of a lot of your struggles. I'm not gonna lie. Your positioning wasn't bad. I think there was maybe a couple of times where you could have been positioned in the net a little bit better. Positioned for a pass one time a little bit better. Yeah, not, oh, picking up your pads. That's definitely the second overarching mistake that I saw. When you weren't under pressure, you did pretty good of picking up your pads, but as soon as there was a little bit of like rush, a little bit of uh, rush to get back or to move somewhere quickly, that's when you kind of got sloppy on picking up your pads. So something to continue working on, even when you're under a little bit of pressure, even when you're trying to get somewhere really quickly. I mean, that's the best time to be picking up your pads is when you're trying to get somewhere quickly because you can boost the entire time and you're just refilling your boost the entire time that you're boosting. So, to be fair, the timing of the speed flip cancel is yesterday. I should do a clip review stream. Dude, that sounds kind of fun, honestly. Slow mo to get the timing of the cancel. Some of the best advice I've gotten for the speed flip. There you go. Maybe try learning it in slow mo. It might help you. Chat's here helping you. That's pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, just go back, rewatch the video, take notes because everything else was just situational little mistakes that I pointed out. Nothing overarching except your kickoffs and your pads. Everything else, just little mistakes where you could have done better. Not bad. Champ 2, Div 2, definitely looks like you belong there. Don't look like you're any better, any worse than Champ 2. Sounds about right. So keep it up, man. Keep up the grind, and I have a feeling you'll do just fine. You're progressing at a steady, normal rate. And I'll see you guys in the next video for those of you who are watching on YouTube. Peace.